Hey there everyone, this is Cypher. Welcome back to my playthrough of Etrian Odyssey 3. In this part we're going to cover some sea stuff. I think we're actually going to be able to finish off all the, getting all the locations down, and then I'm going to actually finish up the entire sea map off screen, or mostly on screen if it's newer stuff and if there's events around. But otherwise, since we have the final method of movement, we will be able to do this. So, okay. I guess we can start by heading towards the northern continent. And if I remember right, in order to get there, we're going to need our new Latin sail, and we're going to need the best food possible. So, let's use the Latin sail, the steel plating, and the naval ram. We're going to need as much stuff as possible. This is going to be expensive, but if I'm remembering it how I think I do, then this shouldn't be too big of a deal. Now, the Latin sail is amazing. I mean, it gives you a blue sail with, like, wings. I don't know. It's something, though. And if I recall correctly, you go down like this, bump into the land, go over one more, bump into this piece of land, go over, avoid the whirlpool, go around this island. We got another island right here. I think let's check it out later. So what I'm gonna do is, after I move away from this, I'm gonna mark it blue all around to remember that I haven't done it yet. Just a thought. I think that will just help me memorize that it is indeed there, and that I do indeed still need to investigate it. Okay, useless island here. Because I want to get to the city before I mess with anything in case of, like, turn loss. Then we got whirlpool. That's fine. I'm doing this wrong. We got seaweed. I don't think there's any, like, land between the seaweed and all the way back to the third foothold that we haven't covered yet. It's mostly just the northern continent. The northern continent is really hard to get all the map done of the northern continent because you have to visit it so many times and it's a little expensive. So I'm going to map most of the northern continent off screen, but the area around the town is going to be, well, easy to access, so. Where am I going? Northern continent is north. Let's go north. Alright, there it is. There's the shoreline. I'm going to map the shoreline and what's on the edge of the shoreline, but everything beyond the shoreline is just going to be a little too hard to map, so I'm going to do it off screen and show you at the end of the video. And I'm sure you'll appreciate that. And I'm sure I'll appreciate that too, because it puts less workload during the episode. And even now, it's just hard to differentiate where the regular land is and where the reeds are, and it's just, yeah, look at that coastline. It looks like it does that, and goes on for another 2 spaces, but I can't really tell beyond that. So, and there it is right there. Continuing your never-ending quest to revitalize Armor Road, you reach an unknown continent. Looking at the huge city facing the sea, you can tell that it's another civilization. It seems that you have discovered the northern continent. Oh gee, I wonder how north this is. You waver between choosing exploring the northern continent or checking back at the Armor Road. Well, I'm 1 turn away from it, why would I stop now? Yeah, that's all one coastline. And then we have, like, lots of seaweed. Oh boy. I'm surprised I got this first time, because this is actually one of the harder routes people seem to have trouble to get to. It's just that I just really like the sea area, and I've memorized a lot of the paths, and that was just before I even started this playthrough. It's ridiculous. But anyways, more shoreline. It's like the northern continent has, like, a small little river that goes up into it, but I think it isn't too extensive. I don't think it's like that much, though. Okay, we got corner piece there. Goes up, goes into this little hook thing, and it stops. Awesome. I think. And, well, yeah, as I said, I'll mark most of the symbols of the northern continent separately. It's just, that's one of the bigger hassles of mapping it. I'll just spin around for a little bit and get this seaweed out of the way. And we have discovered town that I don't remember the name of. You reach the city of Aeaea. Or Aeaea. I don't know. If you want to put your pronunciation in the comments, that's fine, because I don't think anyone cares how on earth you pronounce this thing. Only small boats are anchored at the harbor, leading you to believe that the trading here has lain fallow. As you disembark, the old soldier with a sorrowful look comes to greet you. I haven't seen a ship that big in some time. Where'd you drift here from? You tell the old soldier that you hail from Armorode. What Armorode, you said? Did you run into the beautiful girl, or rather, a terrible monster? You see, it's because of that monster that our trade route with Armorode has been closed down. I believe he's talking about Cilia. I don't think of any other ugly monster that is female. See, it's because of that monster that our trade route with Armorode was closed down. Something. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let Armorode know, and we're gonna form our Queen Circe of it. I'm counting on you to do your part. My name is Glaucos, and I'm sure that's not important. And if it is, well, I'll see this guy's name at least twice, so once from this and once in editing. Time come when you need to remember that. Oh, he says I have to remember his name. Well, awesome. Well, I'll put your name over here on this lily pad. It's Glaukos. Glaukos. Board your ship to report back to Armorode. Oh, welcome back. Made the way to Aeaea, eh? Another job well done. So the city is still being threatened by a monster that appears now again. I guess charting the way is only part of the problem, a vital part, mind you. Now we can send messengers to Aeaea, and we owe it all to your blazing new frontiers. I'd like to present you with this. It's Armorode's most powerful cannon. Use it on ships of the line. I'll have the Marines help you mount it if you want to put it on your ship. Thank you as always. And we get the Carronade. And 1400. That leaves 2 last spots of interest for sailing. We still have the floating island all the way over here that I'm not going to cover for the longest time. I'm trying to ignore it for the longest time, and I'm going to explain why later. So that leaves our last destination to be here, and unless it requires me to go to the island to get here, I'm not going to the island. And of course I'll discover that the hard way. What is this? I see these currents up here in A3. Where on earth do they go? It goes from A3 to F3, so it goes right there, and the island, I think, finishes itself off there. But it doesn't seem to go into anything bad, at least from what I can see from here. Maybe that will be my entry, so... Oh, why am I exiting the port? We're not done here. Set sail. Let's remove the Latin sail for the foremast. And let's replace the... I don't think we need either the steel plating or the iron naval ram to do what I need to get done, so just remove them and put the Carronade on. See if I can't make it to the eastern city. Let's set sail. No, yeah, I still don't know the route. That area isn't mapped very well. That's why mapping's important. Let's just... Okay, I guess... This is how you're supposed to do the game traditionally, is you're supposed to use trial and error to see if you can get it down. And then we just fire the cannon at him. And he falls like a sore loser. He doesn't give you anything. That's fantastic. Hey Currents, where do you go? Wow. It actually doesn't kill you. That alone is amazing. But it does take me quite off the beaten trail, and it makes me think that I wasn't supposed to go that way. Especially since there's a whirlpool due north, and I can't well, yeah, I can offset my movement by going down on this little island here. With some shoals on it. There's no vents. That's crazy. So, yeah, taking advantage of offset movement allows me to do this. I don't think it's... Yeah, you can't get in here with the Latin sail. That's just impossible. Okay. This is starting to get a little crazy. I don't remember this being in the schedule. Really, I don't remember this very well because I only ever traveled to this place once. This is probably going to be the one that trips me up the most, too. Because I know how to get to the island. And I'm only gonna go to the island if I have to. I don't remember what island item gives. This is vexing. You wouldn't believe how vexing this is. There's no events on the other side of the Dark Forest, so I'm not too concerned about that. Well, I guess with the remaining movement we can visit the island that I haven't done yet, but really? I went from Armroad to here, it's just... I'm so confused. What are you? Sailing the blue sea, your ship suddenly slows down. You drop your anchors to investigate. Looking from the deck, you see that your ship is caught in a fishing net. Deciding that you can't be tangled up as you are, you unpick it. Eventually, you manage to do so, and the entire school of fish was in it. Better off still, the net still appears to be in usable condition. And we get stuff. Fishing net, North Flounder, Tiger Puffer. Well, the fishing net's the most important, so... we'll just mark the fishing net. The fish isn't really what I'm interested in, and I'm not going to do 100% completion on the fish. Not unless I have spare time in the future. If I have spare time in the future, I'm a 100% the fish and all the sea stuff. Right now, I'm really just want to share you with all the routes to all the locations and all the events you can do. So you get fish and fish's net. Fish's net, oh well. Tiger Puffer and Silver Sorcery, Parrotfish, Native Sunfish, and number of turns decreased by 3. Looks like we're done here. Well, yeah, we get money, so that paid off for that trip. And the next one. Wow, there's just so many enemies when it comes to getting where I'm trying to get. I may have to go through the third or second foothold to get here, but I'm thinking if it has to be one, it's going to be the third. And it may require me using the Latin Sail again. So I'm going to do a little bit of planning and see what I can come up with. Well, I think for now, it would probably just be best to try to get, just get these tiles uncovered and map it a little bit, and maybe then I can get a better understanding. So let's get rid of this Carronade. This should be all we need for just scouting purposes. Starting Armroad, and let's go up the western side, all along this A1, C1, D1 column. Okay, going up and away, but this is the part of the map that's already been done. It's all of this currents. Okay, what is the city's name again? No doubt easily done. Make an attempt, you should rethink your plans. Well, at least it's not saying I'm unworthy, I don't think. Okay, so we got a little hook. We got another pirate problem, that's fantastic. We got yellow flowers and regular land, so that's good too. At this point, if you know of sea events, that also helps, because this is the part of the game where I actually don't know all the sea events. It's traumatizing, I know. Beg pardon? I don't think, well, even if I did get the Latin Sail to this spot and sailed forward once and somehow got down and evaded that pirate, that would really require concise timing, and I don't think that's what the game wanted. So, that's incredibly vexing. I love using that word, but I really need to tone it down, but really? That's just confusing. Ay. And we're into the Northern Ocean, and we got currents and more land. So we got currents going up, and up only. Goes up 3 times, with the 3rd time being adjacent to this Reeds Island that probably has absolutely no importance whatsoever, so... And I only have 2 turns left, so I'm obviously not going to get there on this trip, but at least we got some scouting done. And it looks like it does this. Yellow flowers on that edge. Almost entirely, it looks like it's doing this. Let's hop on. We got another island up ahead with probably also dealing with nothing and just being beautiful and having yellow flowers on it. So we're gonna ignore that too. Oh, right! Oh, how dumb. I completely forgot. Our current objective is to get to this 4th checkpoint, not to get to the new city. Oh, I could actually Oh, I didn't even know this was here, because I Now I feel slightly dumb. I'm sorry, I just feel slightly dumb. It's no way to avoid that. But we're just slightly out of moves to get here, so I'm guessing I almost did it right, but I was supposed to take a different way here. So that highly strengthens the fact that I can get here. Now, how do I do it? How do I do it? Oh, getting the Latin sail up there is just gonna be hard, to say the least. Well, maybe with the Latin sail, if I cut through this Tower of Victory area, maybe that would do it. Maybe. The really only way to do it is trial and error, so I'm gonna cut out any errors and hope and give you the successful trial if this goes wrong. So let me get the Latin sail. Latin sail. Where's the Latin sail? Okay, Latin sail. I'm gonna need both barriers. And let's do this. I'm gonna start by drawing from the third foothold, and if that doesn't work, I'll go with different footholds. So I'm gonna take the same route I did to get to the northern continent. Now, what is the trick? I need to get it through that little gap right here in D2. And that means I have to collide with this piece of land. Okay. I knew they put this island here for a reason. It just wasn't concisely clear until right now. Okay, so this allows me to stream right past the Victory, and right nearby this island, which I'm going to be right next to, and no, I don't care. Yeah, I may as well map the currents around it, though. So, that leads straight to a whirlpool. Wait, is that current going down? Well, that helps my case a little bit. That helps my case. And we got a little oddly shaded island. That's fantastic. It has yellow flowers on one edge, and it has no vents on this side. That's great. Well, if these currents go down, then there's no harm in running straight into them. So let me just quickly get this little discernible bit out of the way. Also, this is an island, so I may as well mark that. And besides these currents... Okay, yeah, these currents go down, which is awesome of them. And above me is even more currents going down. It's like this whirlpool isn't even connected with these currents. It's crazy. We got a pirate over there that I'm gonna have to remember who exists. But otherwise, I think I am on the fast track of getting to this pole. Oh, how nice! Thank you, game. This is also gonna make mapping the northern continent a lot easier. But I think, yeah, you need this. You absolutely need this checkpoint to get to that floating island right there. I remember that much for sure. I don't think there's any events on this pole island as with all other pole islands. So we'll just get this pole out of the way. Activation! And that leaves us a few moves to explore a little bit, so... Yeah, let's get more map done. Go down. Go this way. Wow! This way wasn't even an option. Thanks, game. I love it when methods of travel aren't even options. So, that was completely and totally pointless. However, I do get to see this little map here, and how this is absolutely nothing on the end of it. And how absolutely nothing exists here. Okay, great. So I can't use this as an entry to the continent right below me. Actually, maybe I can. It depends on where this area above here with those currents go. So let's get out of that. How peculiar, I've never heard of such a place. Oh, you're talking about the floating island, aren't you? That's great. Okay, we're gonna use lime fruits for scouting purposes and nothing else, just lime fruits. I want to make this as most cost effective as possible. Take off the fourth foothold, and we're just gonna get my bearings around this general area, so... Let's start by taking this current right here. It takes me right next to this pirate, which I have absolutely nothing to do. Crash. Oh no, I have to pay 40. That's awesome. Okay, so let's try this again, except with the Carronade and salted meats. See where that gets us. So if I do this, will I end up directly in front of the pirate again? The answer is yes. So I fire at him, he goes down. This is part of... Oh, this is part of that island, and I mapped it incorrectly. That's pretty great. No, don't move that symbol. Don't copy that floppy. Anyways... nothing too discernible here. It's mostly the same stuff. I don't know if there's events around this area, and I'm going to have to actually manually check them, because I actually haven't really gotten all the events in this vicinity now. Once again, that's going to be pushed towards the end of the episode as I discover them. Okay, we got... Those are the northern currents. This is leading straight into the Southern Ocean. This is mostly open space. We've got an island right here with yellow flowers on it, as usual. We're not too far away, but I don't think we have enough turns to get there. Wait, we might actually just have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yes, we have enough. Yes, I know about this foreign city. We have all seen this before. And... That's not a tree. What's that tree doing there? Mapping fail. And that leads us directly here. And that's the last landmark. Well, I didn't map that little area in A1, now I feel bad. The ship that put out to sea last pulls out the passing point, city of Ugarit. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that as Ugarit. That's not how you spell Ugarit. You sigh, enchanted by the exotic feelings of the far west. You briefly envision the myriad western countries which Amro once traded with. Satisfied, you weigh anchor and make for Amro to report back. Heard good news from the Marines who established a trade route to Ugarit. The restoration of that route gave us a foothold in the western countries. Amro is bound to prosper once these start once things start to take off with the western trade. Well done, everyone. Here is my little token of my appreciation. It's a feast, best eaten on a ship. It's costly, but it should get you quite enough strength to boost out there. It gives you the elephant turtle, which gives you the most movement of the entire game, is unbested, and it gives 16,000 in, which is great, because now we have the best movement and we have no real need to use it. Well, okay, remember, as I said, I am not covering this island until much later, but I'm going to go around, see if I can find any events, and finish marking icons for places, check if they have events, and if I find anything, I'll be right back. Okay, we have an event over here on this island, so... Came across a small island surrounded by currents and see a silhouette of a man. Seems he is diving for fish with a harpoon in his hand. You leave your ship and talk to him or ignore him. Of course. The man is carrying a net full of fish as you approach him. After speaking with him, you learn that he hunts fish used to make garum, a type of condiment. He tells you to wait, then goes to the ship and returns, holding a small bottle. He says he wants you to try some of it since you sailed here all the way from Armroad. The bottle contains a brown liquid with a unique smell, and you can find it to be very salty. After a pleasant conversation with the fisherman, you set sail again and return to your voyage. Obtain garum. Alright, awesome. And that was the ingredient that is necessary to get this guy to give us a better transportation item, so I'm going to see you guys back all the way over, where was it? Over here. Remember this? Yeah. So now that we found garum, I'm going to go back over there. See you guys in a few seconds. Well, of course, you need to know the value of the item. Alright, now we can get some Bacalhou. In good spirits to travel the seas, you spot smoke coming from an island ahead. After you dock and disembark, you find a soldier cooking some dried fish, I think it was. The sizzling sound, we've already heard this. Thanks for the good work, meals are only a pleasure on this island. Bacalhou, it's really great, I like it the best. I usually put some garum on it, but I don't have any here. You suddenly reminded the end of the man you met free-diving with a harpoon. He gave you a bottle of garum, the fermented fish sauce that the soldier just mentioned. As the soldier is about to sink his teeth into the meal, you tell him to wait just a second. You go to your ship and return with the garum. He delightfully pours it on his fish and eats it. Nothing beats Bacalhou with garum. Man, this is great. Everyone should eat like this. After devouring his meal, the soldier finally realizes your plight and goes to his camp. He returns carrying some Bacalhou. Life's all about give and take, huh? Thanks for the garum. I've got to get back to work. And we get Bacalhou. It's just like salted meat, except cheaper. Which is what we always wanted. It's either that or it's just like Xanzu, except even more cheaper, so I'll go ahead and figure that out. Okay, I'm gonna go back to event hunting. Well, actually, I guess I should see how much movement that this new item provides. It provides 20 turns, just like Xiaoyu, and it's even cheaper. Awesome! I'm gonna see you guys in a few seconds. Alright, I got the entire northern continent. I'll go ahead and just kind of give it a small flyby for anyone who wants to copy it. It's just these two squares, and it has a lot of icons, and I still haven't checked it for events, and that's what I'm going to do after I see what's up with these guys. The old soldier, Galacos, comes to meet me again. Yay! It's been a while today. I come to you, adventurers on road, with a favor to ask. Here in Aeaea, our Queen Circe encourages the production of chocolate. At this time, we celebrate the revival of trade routes by using non-native ingredients. That's where you come in. I want you to get Armroad cane from southeast of Armroad. Okay, I've already gotten that. Cocoa near Shiba. I've already gotten that. Suddenly realize that you already have the ingredients he's asking for. Yay! You tell Glaucos to wait here as you load the cocoa and Armroad cane bought out. You have them all. You found them already? You truly are great explorers. Thank you! Here's your reward, a platinum coin and a selection of Aeaea special Circe chocolate. Glaucos removes the coin and a bag of chocolate from his pack and hands them to you. Oh, and take this as well. This book was found in our vaults. It may be of use to you. The soldier gives you a book from his pack, thanks you again, and returns into the city. Gives you the Circe chocolate, platinum money, which is a lot of money, and weapon tome 5. After seeing him off, you board your ship and resume your voyage. Oh, you got the platinum coin, and wow. You just got a lot of stuff. That's just crazy. And yeah, that's the entire northern continent in all of its glory. I used the elephant turtle thing to help map this out, and now I have to. I don't feel like I should be scouring it for events, because I don't think they'd put events there. That sounds mean. Hey, platinum money's worth 10 grand. That definitely pays off for that that elephant turtle I used to get there. Looks so beautiful up there in the northwest corner. Okay, I'm gonna go back to event hunting and stuff. See you guys in a few seconds. Alright, I seem to remember mentioning this house being important, but apparently I must have forgotten. But, okay, we're here. And there is hidden reef here. Alright, you have to visit this place twice in order to get its full effect, but here we go. Sailing the 7 seas in the name of Armroad, you come across a tiny uninhabited island. A small fishing boat, most likely carried on from the heavy currents, has washed ashore. 2 men with long, unkempt spears come running towards you in the island's interior. You gather that they are indeed bought from the currents and are low on food and water. You don't have many provisions either, but you hate to leave them such desire. Share your provisions, of course. Though it may hinder your voyage, you cannot abandon them. You return to your vessel and come back with food, water, and supplies to fix their vessel. The fishermen are in tears as they are rejoicing at being able to return to their families. They present you with a large fishing flag that gives you better hauls when raised. Take the flag and leave, as the fishermen tell you they can handle the rest from here. Now, you have to have the elephant turtle if you want to get this done in 1 visit, otherwise it takes 2 visits with the salted meat. Because of the 3-turn reduction. What did they just give us? Take the flag, okay, it gives us the great flag. Which is, of course, something else in the menu, but you'll know it. It's just awesome. Okay, let's revisit Damavand and see if they have anything that needs solving. Welcome to the docks of Damavand, up in the north and south, and what soldier greets you. Long time no see, I have something to ask for you today. A few days back, a merchant ship loaded with niter sprung a leak, and we have it. Yay. Already found it, OMG. Please take it, and he gives us 2 1,000 coin ends and weapon tome 3. Money! Sweet. I like how I'm getting more profits again. 2,000! Yay! For niter, too. Well, back to searching. Yay! Meat! Bones! Livers! Woohoo! Okay, I got 7,392 from that one Tanniyan. This is just trying to tell you just how amazingly profitable this is. It costed that much, and here's how much it took to get sale off the port. That Tanniyan from the 4th Foothold, this is probably one of the better setups for it. Actually, I could have done it with, like, lime fruits, but sometimes the Tanniyan's farther away, so you need the Bacalhou. Just saying, it's one of my favorite setups to get that Tanniyan right there, and it's... if I had the better harpoon, I would use that instead, but I don't right now, so back to searching. Alright, let's see what Ugarit wants. Once you have docked at Ugarit's harbor, one of the guards come running towards you. You're explorers who opened the trade route between us, right? I have a favor to ask, since you've heard places. Here in Ugarit, making ornaments is known as Netsuke. We used to import ivory from the northern continent to create them. However, once trade with the northern continent stopped, it has become difficult to get any. So I want you to obtain some ivory from the north for me. You remember that you already have some ivory in the hold, so you unload it and show it to him. And if you need a reminder, the ivory was all the way up here in the Northern Ocean, all the way up there. That's just silly. It's right here. Anyways, thank you very much. This is a gift. I love gifts. Oh, and you can have this book as well. Great. Awesome. I love reading. You get Ivory Netsuke and Platinum Money. More money! And Weapon Tone 7. Sweet. Alright. Well, if I find anything else, I'll be right back. Hello! I was just sailing along, going towards the southern ocean to map the northern part of the northeastern part of it, but I happened to run into this event along the way, so you press on through the endless sea as the scorching sun beats down on your ship. Burned weary, you can't bear the Hey, wait a second! Swing! This is very familiar! No Scandra has yet to return. Holding something. Whoa. Spiny Dye-Murex. Of course, I expect you to see the sea snail. It's called Spiny Dye-Murex. I actually did not know this existed. No, seriously, I don't think many people know this exists. Even I'm dumbfounded right now. Okay. Snail is famous for secreting a liquid used in making noble Tyrian purple dye. Well, that's nice. That means it's nice and valuable, now doesn't it? We'll put an E on it. As a commemoration of your break, you take the snail with you and resume voyage. Dye-Murex. Okay! For something I didn't know existed, that was pretty great! Okay. Dye-Murex is only worth 75. That's pretty odd for an event that's happening all the way there, only to be worth 75, but okay. Okay, I for one am kind of guilty of this, but as you travel the Tortuga Island, I mean, I should have been able to do this a long time ago, but it still hasn't been done yet. Provisions, find practice boxes. You're interested? Yes. Field in the cracks. Sneaking with great pirates, surrounded horde, jump for joy, and it seems the content's already been looted, of course. It is a pure gold statue of Sedna, goddess of the sea, and that gives us the Sedna Statue. Yes. Yeah, I really should have gotten this a long time ago. Okay, attempt number 2. Disappointed. Silver coin, and 500 in. Okay, that's one of the items you can get here. It's not the item I'm looking for, however, so I'll make another trip. Alright, here's attempt number 3. It's like it really is a random chance. It's like a dice roll or something. Switch cabins, record skeleton, shining something around the neck. Yes, we got it. Yes, I'll take the necklace. This gives you the coral necklace, which is what I was coming here for. Alright. And this is, I think, yeah, this is the final item I remember. So, I'm gonna go to the cargo. We're gonna We're gonna check just how many items I have by checking the cargo thing. Because I don't think there's anything else in this F1, F2 area. Of course, if I'm wrong, you get to correct me. And this is the part where community support would extremely be necessary if I don't have everything here. So let's report our discoveries and go to the cargo manifest. And that's all of this stuff. Sedna Statue, large flag, great flag, casting net. All this stuff that we can take with us. So, there we go. We're only missing Okay, we're missing 2 things, and if you happen to know where either of these 2 things are, I'm thinking one of them might come with the reward for finding an island. But if you know where either of these 2 are, send me a personal message, write a comment down. I read everything, so. And let's go to the barter log, and that gives us all the fish. And I know I'm missing a lot of fish, so I'm not, as I said, this fish thing. Oh no, this is everything. Well, darn. Look, as I scroll through all these items, it's things we've already seen before. Okay, so this includes fish too, so know that most of these are question marks are fish. I'm guessing all this stuff at the beginning is what's mostly the fish part, and I'm guessing the cargo actually starts with this armored cedar stuff. So let's see if I'm missing any cargo. Okay, I'm missing 1 item so far, 2 items. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm still apparently missing 6 items that I can still find up here somewhere, and if you know where I happen to be able to find them, I mean, the rest of this could be like more money or just secret stuff. It's just, anyways, if you know anything about any of these extra sea items, I'm sure many people would like to know. So if you know anything, and I'm not interested in getting this filled, I know that this is important, but most of these will come from the merchant ships. So if you know anything about the rest of the cargo manifest, the rest of the barter log, leave that in the comments, send me a personal message, just contact me somehow so I can cover that in the final sea episode in a few days or weeks from now. Alright, so hey guys, this has been LifeFreak, and as always, I thank you for watching. And I will see you again later, as usual. Bye!